In this video, you'll learn how to determine whether or not an article is scholarly or peer-reviewed. Peer review is like quality control for scholarly or academic articles, in which other academic experts in the field read and review the article and decide whether it's ready to be published, or more likely, that the author needs to make minor or significant changes first. Not all scholarly articles are peer-reviewed. So which of these is academic and which one is a popular magazine article? You likely have an intuition based on visual properties that the one on the left is scholarly or academic, and the one on the right is a popular magazine. Magazines include large, colorful images and advertisements, whereas academic articles have a more basic, functional appearance. Here's a table to help understand the distinction between scholarly, trade, and popular sources. A link in the description will take you to the full table on the library website with even more criteria to help distinguish the three. In a nutshell, scholarly works are written for academics by academics, people like your professors or yourselves. Trade publications include industry news or trends for a targeted industry audience, like aviation or business, whereas popular works like a Time magazine article are written for the general public. Neither trade publications nor popular works are considered scholarly. Since scholarly articles are so specific in their audience and purpose, it makes sense that their content is structured and specific too. On the first page of an article, you will usually find the journal title, volume and issue numbers, and page numbers of the article. Use this information to write a citation of the article for your paper. The title of a scholarly article is generally an extremely brief summary of the article's contents. It will usually contain technical terms related to the research presented. Authors and their credentials will be provided in a scholarly article. This is usually an email address and university where they work. Credentials may appear with the authors' names, or they may appear at the end of the article. These establish the authority of the authors and also provide a point of contact. The abstract is a brief summary of the contents of the article. It will contain a description of the research question, an outline of the study, experiment, or argument, and a summary of the findings. It is provided so that readers can decide quickly whether or not the article meets their needs. The introduction to a scholarly article describes the research question. The authors will present the thesis of their argument and may also discuss the relevance or importance of the research question. An overview of related research and findings, called a literature review, may appear in the introduction, though the literature review is often its own section. The body of an article is usually presented in a formal, structured argument, outlining the research process. The structure is sometimes obvious, with the article explicitly broken up into named sections like introduction, methodology, results, conclusion. This is especially common in the natural sciences and social sciences. But even if an article doesn't have section headings, it will still present a structured argument. This is often the case in the humanities. In the sciences and health sciences, articles usually follow a standard format called IMRAD, which stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. In any discipline, the text itself is typically technical and assumes a familiarity with the topic. You can expect jargon, abbreviations, and technical terms to be used without definition. Scholarly articles frequently contain charts, graphs, equations, and statistical data related to the research. Pictures are rare unless they relate directly to the research presented in the article. Scholarly articles contain many references to publications by other authors throughout the text, and as a list at the end of the paper. Use this list of references to understand how the authors constructed their argument, or find additional scholarly articles and books on your topic. These features can help determine whether or not an article is scholarly or academic, but cannot definitively demonstrate whether it was peer-reviewed. Remember, not all scholarly articles are peer-reviewed. The quickest and easiest way to identify if a journal is peer-reviewed is to look it up in Ulrich's Serials Directory, a database that provides publication information on scholarly and peer-reviewed journals, popular magazines, and more from around the world. There's a link to Ulrich's in the description below. You should easily be able to find the title of the journal that the article was published in. And if you can't, it's a bad sign. You just pop the title into Ulrich's search box. Look for the little referee jersey icon next to the journal's title on the search results screen. The referee jersey indicates that this journal is peer-reviewed, because peer-reviewed is also known as refereed. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please ask a librarian.